Today, we're bringing you a convert story. This is the life story of the grandson of one of the most influential people in the world. We're talking about Nelson Mandela's grandson, Mr. Zwelivelil Mandela Sizwe Dalibhunga Mandela, also known as Mandla Mandela. A little background. Mandela Mandela was born in 1974 on the 21st of June and is currently 46 years old. He is the tribal chief of the Mvezo Traditional Council. The grandson of Nelson Mandela, Mr. Mandla, holds a bachelor's degree in politics from Rhodes University. His father, Makgatho Mandela, died in 2005. This paved Mandla's way for the headship of the clan. Originally, Nelson Mandela had given up the right of Thembu, the people who migrated from Central Africa along the east coast before settling in KwaZulu Natal, nearly 70 years prior to fight white rule in South Africa. The tribe hadn't chosen a leader until 2007, 2 years after Makgatho's death. The people looked up to Nelson Mandela to reclaim his title. However, since he was old and busy, Nelson Mandela recommended his grandson, Mandla Mandela, for the position. He was only 32 years old at the time. His primary duties involved tribal ceremonies, settling disputes, and representing the clan nationally during political issues. Moving forward, Mandla Mandela became a member of the parliament during the 2009 elections, 2 years after assuming his role. Mandla Mandela has been married 4 times in his 46 years of life. However, in 2016, Mandla Mandela married his fourth wife, Rabia Clark, in an Islamic ceremony in Cape Town. 2 months prior to the wedding, Mandla had reportedly converted to Islam. This is what Mr. Mandela had to say after his nikah ceremony. I am honored and delighted to announce my marriage to Rabia Clark. I wish to extend my heartfelt gratitude to her parents, her community, and her family for welcoming me into their hearts. Although Rabia and I were raised in different cultures and share different traditions, our coming together still reflects a thing we have in common. We are both South Africans, Mr. Mandela added. Unfortunately, the fourth and present partner of Mandela Mandela wasn't really welcomed by the traditional leaders in South Africa. They actively expressed discontent over Mandela Mandela's conversion to Islam, primarily because many of them believed that Mr. Mandela would no longer be able to fulfill his duties as chief. Essentially, the leaders, including the chief Mwelo Nonokonyane, believed that Mr. Mandela's new religious affiliation would cause conflicts for his subjects. He stated, "There is nothing wrong with any traditional leader following a religion. He can go with any faith he chooses, but we are concerned whether he will be able to continue fulfilling his responsibilities as a chief. Traditional chiefs may sometimes lead Thanksgiving rituals for ancestors that may involve offering slaughtered animals to them in prayer. It's clear that such practices are not backed up by Islamic teachings," he said. Many leaders, including Mr. Nonkonyane, said that Mr. Mandela has gone against our traditions by assuming the religion of his wife. From an unbiased point of view, their concerns made sense, because, in African traditions, it is the woman that has to become the part of the family she's marrying into. However, Mr. Mandela remained content during this whole situation. He took the criticism on the front foot and remained positive throughout. 2 years later, Mr. Mandla Mandela was able to score a seat in the parliament. Upon his arrival to Pakistan, back in November 2017, he said that he considers himself lucky for embracing Islam. For establishment of peace around the world, the Islamic teachings will have to be spread in the far and wide, Mr. Mandla said. It has now been 6 years since Mr. Mandla married Rabia Clark. Despite facing criticism for his decision of converting to Islam, it appears that the grandson of Nelson Mandela did manage to uphold and live up to his rank in the tribe while holding on to his Islamic values. In 2017, Mr. Mandla Mandela also imposed a ban on alcohol. He personally prevented a truck transporting alcohol to the Nisinduluntu tavern in Mvezo. However, in one of his interviews, Mandela did mention that this ban has nothing to do with religion. It had more to do with the terrible effects alcohol has on individuals and their families. He believed that one of the direct causes or influences of his father's death was the use of alcohol. Moreover, he managed to score a seat in parliament 2 years after his conversion, representing his people on a national level and bringing forth effective solutions to their problems. Mr. Mandela hasn't been very upfront about his personal life, hence, there isn't much information about it. He has respected Islam and spoken well of the religion since his conversion. We hope to see him thrive as a leader and as a Muslim in years to come. May Allah continue to guide him and every struggling Muslim in this world. Ameen.